Hello guys, Ninja12 here, and for all you turtle lovers out there, I'm doing my first ever review for a Tmnt Ninja Turtle episode. I've always wanted to do this for a long time, but this is the first time I've ever had a chance. So, the episode I'm reviewing was the episode that came out today, 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago, it's 10:30. Yeah. This episode was the croaking, and I love this episode because it had some of my favorite guys from the 80s, the punk frogs with the Ninja Turtles, and that was really cool. So, of course, the episode opens up with Mikey watching his favorite TV show with the barbarian. I forgot what it's called, but the barbarian guy, and he starts pretending to be the barbarian guy, and he starts messing everything up in the house. Raphael and the others get really mad, and Raphael calls him a screw up, and Mikey decides to leave. He of course doesn't. I don't know why he didn't take Ice Cream Kitty with him. Ice Cream Kitty's all alone. He literally said, "Sorry, buddy. April's gonna take care of you." And then he left to the woods, where he said, "I'll walk. Well, I'll walk to New York if I have to." So, trying to walk to New York, I guess he runs into a frog, a mutant frog. So then this mutant frog comes swinging down, and they start fighting. Mikey has him in a headlock, and then the frog goes like, okay, fine, you got me, and he reveals himself to be Napoleon Bonafrog. Napoleon Bonafrog is one of the punk frogs, of course. They don't reference themselves as the punk frogs in the show, but in the old TV show, of course, they're called the punk frogs. So Napoleon talks about how he's always been watching Mikey and the other ninjas, about how he thought it was really cool how they were doing all the fighting stuff and stuff, the ninja skills, and Napoleon was pretty interested. So Mikey was nervous because he didn't want to tell Napoleon that he was leaving his house for bad reason. So he just talked about how he lied, saying that he was the leader, stuff, like how he was yeah, he only left because the others wouldn't treat him respectfully. Which technically the second part's partially true. So then, after that, Napoleon invites Mikey to his house, where you see Attila, which Attila has become a little fat since the 80s. And Attila is mad because he brought a turtle. What? You brought a turtle? Don't bring a turtle here. And then you see Genghis, and Genghis is like the general guy. He still has his axe from the 80s. And he's like, what's this turtle doing here? He sounds like a lot tougher. He has like a new froggy mustache thing, which is really weird. So Mikey's talking to Attila, and Attila describes about no. And then Mikey references the humans. And then Attila's like, wait a second, humans? We ain't humans. So then after that, it does a little cutscene back to where April, Donnie, Leonardo, and the others are, and they just realize that Mikey left, and they hear a thing on the computer saying that Mikey and two frogs have been seen in a nearby park, or was it at home? I forgot. Anyways, and then after that, they find him in the woods with the other frogs. No, that's not what happens. Pretend this never happened. And then when the trolls come back to the house, they see that there's writings all over it, like humans. Wait, we hate humans. Frogs rule, and something like that, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, the frogs just attack. They go everywhere. They go ballistic. They kidnap April and Casey, and they just beat up the Ninja Turtles until Attila calls them back. Sounds more like a burp than a croak. Was I? Oh yeah, right. And then Attila is mad, so he puts April and Casey inside traps. And he talks about an invasion. A little reference to the 80s. Literally. The first episode of the Punk Frog Brand was called Invasion of the Punk Frogs. Nice reference, though. I kind of liked it. Anyways, and then after they cage April and Casey, all of a sudden like, Mikey hears April screaming like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then Till's like, "Lock him up." And then Mikey's like, "Wait a second, April?" So he hops down from one of the branches that him and Napoleon were on, and they are talking about basically why kidnapping this, and Attila talks about an invasion again, another reference to the original episode from the 80s. Nice. And then the other ninjas find April and Casey by following the frogs, and they all have like an epic fight. And then Napoleon is about to try to jump to save Mikey after Mikey was caged by the frog soldiers. And then Rasputin, I think it's how you pronounce it. Rasputin, is that how you pronounce it? I'm pretty sure it is. Let's just keep going. Rasputin, he grabbed him with his tongue, and he goes like, "What are you doing?" No, that's Genghis' voice. "What are you doing?" He's like, "What does it look like I'm doing? I'm trying to save my friends. Mikey's my friend." And he's like, you know, like we can't trust humans. And then all of a sudden they're still fighting, and then all of a sudden Napoleon gets my. And then wait, no. Actually, another reference to the 80s. Napoleon does a backspin, a spin on his back, and he's spinning on his back, and then he jumps to the cage. And he's like, "Whoa, how you learn to do moves like that?" From the second greatest warrior I ever know. The reference was the backspin, which was Mikey's shell spin from the theme song from the 80s. You party! After he does that, they all go down, and all of a sudden, I don't know how this happened. Either I didn't see anything or something happened that I didn't notice. The tree just goes on fire. So Napoleon's like, "Oh no, the tree's on fire. I gotta tell everybody. Hey guys, the tree's on fire. We gotta get off." And then Attila's like, "No way, I'm not getting off my tree. We have made home here. This is our only home." And April and Casey are like, "You gotta get off the tree. It's burning. You can die on here." So they get him, and they help him get down before the tree burns out completely. Later, they are on the ground. Attila admits that he was wrong about most people. April even says that most people are bad, but some people are really good. So he makes Napoleon the new general, and Genghis gets really jealous. Mikey and Raph actually hug it out for the second time, and then that's pretty much the end of the episode. Mikey talks about how he's happy to be back, and that's it. The thing I liked about this episode was basically the references. It had about 2 references to the thing, but besides that, it's really good, and I liked it. I liked the 80s, so it really had a good throwback. Now, a thing that I didn't understand, at the end they showed mutagen going on. Please don't interrupt me while I'm making a video. Guys, please tell me if you understand this reference. At the end, they showed mutagen on a road, and a car drove over it, and then they paused it there. I think the car is something important, guys. Either someone's in that car that's important, or something that happens to the car with the mutagen. Car mutant? Anyways, please like, subscribe in the comments. No, I'm serious. Please do it. What are you waiting for? Do it. Please. I might not be Black Nerd Comedy or Smosh or something, but I still have feels. Okay, fine. Just please don't dislike. Bye! Creeper. Dang it, stupid special effect. Creeper.